Fi-fo, fee-fo-fum! Oh, well, oh, shoot. Fiddly-fo, grow!
She's not having much luck with her magic, is she? Oh, it's a rabbit! She's ripping off Ubisoft.
We should help her. You're kidding, right? She nearly toasted you. Yeah, but she was aiming at you.
That's just rude. Okay, isn't that cannibalism?
That's it.
I love this scene. His face on that kick.
Thanks.
No problem. It's a good thing for you Hunter was around.
I can look after myself.
Oh, sure you can.
Would you like me to show you?
Out of magic, huh? How about I give you a jump start?
I'll deal with you later.
Hey, why'd you have to scare her off?
I may be a hypocrite in saying that I actually prefer that cutscene in the Reignited version more than the original. Yeah, slaughter me if you like, but I actually prefer it. I like Hunter's expressions in that battle. That's amazing. I mean, that Matrix kit always gets me, especially with his face. But yeah, she was practicing magic on these bunny rabbits. I mean, they're weird-looking bunny rabbits, but she's a bunny herself. So how does that work? And not only that, but that rabbit bunny also ate her. That... I don't understand the ramifications of this. It's like the one thing that just don't make sense. If these were like other sort of critters, like frogs or something, I could understand. Plus, how is she having trouble making monsters? She herself made Buzz. And that was a proper boss. So, yeah. But definitely, as I said, one of my favourite cutscenes in the game. And especially in the Reignited trilogy. Hi guys, welcome back, Scatlink here, and we're off for more Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon Reignited. And in the last episode, we did Icy Peak, and in this episode, we're now going to go to Enchanted Towers, because we were already climbing a few towers in the Alps. They were the peaks, but this time we're going to the more magical area, considering that, you know, we just had some magic. I like how that when Bianca has no magic power remaining, and she tries to cast a spell, it actually is substance for sparks, which is, you know, healing Spyro effectively. I like how that works. Well, these guys look chill. And by the way, that Rhinoc on the jackhammer chasing that sheep, that's bloody amazing. This is everywhere. And by the way, the music, before we even begin this level, the music sounds quite similar to Sergeant Bird's theme, but with a bit of an instrumental remix. Like the instruments are swapped out for something else. I'll be quiet for a moment. Very more mystical. Here is where I actually want to go to options and go to sound and go to the original. It's just the original Sergeant Bird theme that plays when you play as Sergeant Bird in any of his levels. This level does not have an original theme in any version of Spyro 3 except for the Reignited version where it's more of an instrumental remix. It always plays Sergeant Bird's theme, and there is actually a legit reason why. But we'll get into that later. For now though, because, you know, it's actually an original track in the Reignited version, and it's the only time that this level has its original, like, an original tune to call its own, even though it's still just a remix. We're going to go with the Reignited version. I mean, I was keeping it on anyway for, like, you know, so we can actually hear the remixes, even though that, like I said at the very beginning, I flamed before you hit me. People say that the Spyro 3 Reignited soundtrack isn't as good as the original, but, you know, I want to show it off at least because, you know, it's part of the remake.
Those crummy Rhinocs forced us to build a statue of the sorceress. Then after we built it, she complained it was too ugly. If you ask me, the statue is far prettier than she is.
Ooh, sick burn. Can I talk about these guys' designs a little bit more?
Those crummy Rhinox forced us to build a...
I didn't mean to talk to him. I wanted to go in the first person and actually have a look at him. Yeah, they're quite chill with their cappuccinos, sandals, and just a jumper and whatnot. They're very... And look at their face. They are so chill. It's unbelievable. All they want to do is watch Netflix. They've done their job, and that's pretty much it. Now, the thing that actually gets me is that in the original, they were just like purple-looking, you know, humanoid-looking dudes. But they sounded a little like this. And that was quite an iconic voice for them, but I actually like how clear their voice is here. It's like so calm and everything. And when you flame them there, they're just like, oh, my coffee. And then they're just normal again. Yeah, a lot of stuff that I actually talked about before I even moved. I thought I actually nailed that shot. Oh well. Let's see if I can do it now. Hibber! Nice. Yeah, they do. These rocks do have a lot of homing property. They seem to arc when you spit them instead of going straight onwards. But you need these in order to shoot, well, the majority of these guys. But some of them are just going to be a bit too far for you to reach. Yeah. So I'm going to have to pretty much leave those for later. And I do mean later because there's not actually a lot of stuff that we can do at the moment. I mean, if we look around, it really does seem to not be a lot of stuff. I mean, we got to go that way. This level's got a lot of splits. Yeah, we might have to do a bit of you would think that you would have to do a bit of charge jumping, or maybe, you know, find some activate whirlwinds like we had to do in Breeze Harbor and Treetops, but not in this case. Actually, moving around's not exactly easy. Spyro, I was wondering why you weren't sniping me then. You kind of just continued looking at me, and that was it. That was weird. Zoe, I think you're starting to bug a bit. By the way, an egg just sitting right here. Just gladies in the glade, I guess. Bless you. Yeah, just an egg sitting right there. Like, no challenge whatsoever. Yeah. Hey, you won't find them in 1,000 years, says Bianca. And... Excuse me! You can't just be sitting on the... Oh, blooming hell, you almost got me twice. You can't just be sitting on the edge of the bridge and then just come at me when you're not supposed to be up there to begin with. What was that about? Was this pathing a little bit off or something? I don't even know. Snipe you. Why did that home in on the fodder? That was actually behind him. And, yeah, I was about to say, it would be nice if you could grab that Sparks, just saying. There we are. At least these rocks give us a little bit of a... mid-range attack instead of a close-range attack. Yeah, when your flames oh, Jesus. I forgot they shoot at you. Close-range attack. I love the Sergeant Bird theme. And to be honest, I don't actually mind it that it was reused for this particular level, especially when you already had Sergeant Bird's level in this very hub world, the Forgotten Realm, so... Oh, and there's the statue of Queen K. Rool over there, with an egg! That's attention to detail, but is that an actual egg? That's a pretty big dragon egg, which begs the question again, how did they steal that one, if it is a real one? Not saying it is, but we know where we gotta glide to. That was the beginning area. Has something on top there that we need to head bash, but if we can land on that bit... If we can land on that grass there, we can glide to that. So we should go that way for now, since we haven't been down this way yet. So let's do that. Yeah, this level kind of goes everywhere. There's not really any limit. It still kind of siphons you around, but, you know, gives us a chance to do some demolition work. Well, there goes the legs. And yeah, made of solid gold. It looks like it anyway. It could be brass. You don't know. Just flame all these guys. Yeah, there's not really that many enemies here that... Wow, really? I killed him, but he got me as well. With my flame, by the way. Yeah, there's not that many enemies here that I actually got... metal on him. I like how he lost his hammer because he hit me, but I hit him again. We both collided. We gotta stop doing that. Hello!
I'm almost ready to reveal my latest piece of real-time four-dimensional performance art. I call it Hideous Exploding Witch number 9. Now, if you can just light the 3 rockets around here, my masterpiece shall be complete.
As in, blow up what you guys had to build because of the sorceress, but now we're kicking Rhinox. But you don't need to keep it. Fair enough. And I believe that's actually the end of the level because, you know, they had to build the thing and they didn't want it and they call it ugly even though that the statue's prettier than she is. We've got a load of these blue things just staring at us. They look creepy. We'll deal with them in a minute.
Oops, I forgot I hid this egg inside the statue. I hope the explosion didn't hard-boil it.
Yeah, why did you hide it in the statue? I mean, I guess it would be safekeeping, unless you plan to blow it up afterwards. Just saying, buddy. A little bit negligent, but you are lazy, so it fits with your character, I guess. And he's off. He just walks into the portal. And yeah, have you noticed that when they walk into the portal, they just immediately disappear? They just fade out, instead of, you know, being, like, hopping in with Sheila and just being janky, floating away. If that was a sentence. But yeah, it is a bit weird. I will acknowledge that. It's like weird for Sheila, but I guess it's because that you're playing, you would glide through regardless, so that would be the thing. Can I do this? There we are. Grab all this. But yeah, these blue guys, they were creepy, even though I prefer their design in the original. And they actively avoid you when you're close, so you can't just glide and flame them. You have to hit them with the rocks. Which, by the way, I don't see any rocks around here. Do you? So, I don't think I can actually deal with this. But what we will deal with is hopping down to where the statue was covering. Then we've got a sub-area. Oh yeah! We're back with skating. And this is where we learn our tricks, like I said before. Because if I access the guidebook yet again, we have Enchanted Towers, Skateboard Course Record 2. We've got to beat another record. But, not only that, we do have a trophy in this level that I haven't actually talked about yet. And that is destroy all the balloons. Which, funnily enough, I actually think that's all the enemies, I think. I think they may be called balloons, not too sure. It's like in Zelda that those skulls are called bubbles, keys, or bats are called keys, and I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why we got fodder hopping around here, because you don't really take damage here. That's a bit odd. But yeah, there's a lot of gems around here that we got to go grab, and I'd rather get this done first. We could finish off with this, but we're actually not done with the level in proper anyway, so there's a lot for us to do in this level. This is quite a big level. I don't even know if I might have to split this one up, because skating can take a bit, as long as I don't mess things up. Well, if I do mess things up, it will take a while. That's what I meant, but you get what I mean. So I'm just running about right now, trying to grab the gems, so I don't have to, you know, grab them while focusing on other stuff. Although that may not be entirely avoidable. Yeah, because I'm going to have to actually hop into this. Thankfully, we have no commitment to anything at the moment, so we can just take our time on the skateboard. Don't have to bother doing tricks, just nail the jumps to get to stuff. Would be nice if you could just dismount whenever, because these ones are actually kind of annoying to get. Thankfully, Sparks' treasure magnet actually came in clutch there. He's actually grabbing them as we're passing way over the thing. So that's very nice. Just don't want to press the jump button on the blue ramps, because then we'll just go straight up. In fact, that might actually be helpful for this pot that I'm trying to get. Yeah, I might have to actually hit that pot head on. Right, let's cycle around here. I'm trying not to talk to Hunter. Like that. There we are. Just hit it regardless. That's very helpful. Right, is there anything up here? I think if they're against the wall, you just do it. Yeah, you just do it automatically. But you don't get any extra height because you didn't time the hop. That's fair enough. Actually, I need to go back up there. I'll do that in a minute. Come out. Nice one, Sparks. You actually got that, even though we were quite far past it. See, when you actually work, you do your job well. But when you don't, we have some questions. Because you're not supposed to fail. I pressed it way too early there, so I got no height at all. I think, again, momentum does play a part in this, in the Reignited version. While I was in the original, you were just at a set speed, because I do feel like I'm going a little bit fast this time. There we are, I did it as late as possible. That actually pushed me and messed me up on landing. That doesn't happen. That's the momentum-based physics, my boy. But I got it anyway, and there was another refill and a thing there, so that's fine. In fact, that's one of the best ramps for this part. So, and you do need to make this jump, because if you do this, that gets you a lot of points. Plus, the jump itself gives you a ton of points. So, yeah, I'm just pretty much showing you all the set pieces right now. That will definitely help us get through this a lot quicker. I actually do find this a little bit easier than the lizards, because the lizards can sometimes make you run around like in a loop, and that could mess you up. So. But yeah, instead of jumping from this ramp, another way on using this ramp is just to let it take you without pressing a button. Then do triangle, and then like you can do some sick flips. Look at this nonsense. Sadly, I went in the wrong direction there, so I would have lost everything, but if you can pull it off, it's quite helpful. That did not help. I actually jumped over the ramp I was going to use. I think what you intended to do is do this. Whoa, I lost a lot of speed there. Wow, what the hell happened there to my camera? I wasn't even facing the correct way. Thankfully, we're always in a charged state, so we can grab all them. And I think that's everything in this area. I just can't search with sparks while I'm skating, so I'll just crash into a wall somewhere. There we go, that'll do it. Right, let's have a look here. He's pointing out. We've got all the gems here. Let's get on with it.
Isn't this the wildest skateboard park you've ever seen? Once you've mastered a few tricks, you could really rack up a huge score in this place. What do you say I show you some moves?
Yeah, why not?
Let's start with something easy. You can jump off the end of ramps by pressing the jump button. I'll show you how to do it once, then it's your turn.
So yeah, this is more like a tutorial for, you know, actually getting around and doing tricks, even though you might have, you know, jumped a few ramps to get the lizards.
Okay, now try doing a roll. You can roll in midair by holding down the action button while steering left or right with the left stick.
The thing is, you didn't have to do tricks in the first one, in Sunny Villa, in order to actually get the lizards. But, obviously, this is just giving you the entirety of the rundown so you won't miss out on anything. And because I didn't actually press the jump button at the right time there, even though I did land safely. I didn't land safely that time, that was my fault. I did it a bit too late. What? What do you want from me? I'm doing it! I'm doing more than necessary! Do you really want me? Oh, I had to do a side roll.
Hey, nice roll! Now let's see you pull a flip. Flips are exactly like rolls, only you push forward or back on the left stick instead of left or right. Just jump off the ramp, hold down the action button, and press forward or back.
That was my fault. I was jumping the gun. Also jumping the ramp. Puns. I was doing flips, not rolls, but I prefer doing flips.
Whoa, you must be a natural! Now let's see if you can pull off a half-pipe spin move. The blue ramps are half-pipes. You can do a spin move by jumping at the top of the blue ramp, then steering left or right in the air.
So yeah, I was being a know-it-all. I was talking, and that's why I wasn't paying attention to the tutorial. And of course, when I say that I know how to do tricks, because you have to actually do the trick that it wants you to do.
All right, you nailed it! Now let's see if you can do a 900. Get as much height as you can, spin 2.5 revolutions in the air, and land back on the ramp.
I couldn't actually, you know, get past it. Right, so this one you have to pretty much do what he does, but you can get an extra spin in if you're lucky, but you don't have a lot of speed to do it. No, I didn't get enough height there, so thankfully it doesn't kick you out until you actually do it. Nope, I didn't do it that time. There we go, that's some height. For some reason I'm not turning fast enough. Ugh. What the heck happened there? That was new. Oh. Turned back when I shouldn't have. That's my fault. There we are.
Now that was a 900. I have to admit, you've got some skills, Spyro. But before you get too cocky, let's see if you can score some real points on the giant ski ramp. Do whatever moves you want, and see how many points you can get.
Fair enough, we have to get at least 500 in order to pass this. So, this is basically you experimenting to see what racks up the most points. I think in the original it actually allowed him to finish off his trick, but in this one it doesn't. But basically I'm just going to let myself ride and just keep doing backflips. And there we are.
Wow, you learn really fast. Then again, you are being trained by a master boarder. Speaking of which, I was just practicing this nearly impossible new move that I call the Nasty Nork. I had just about pulled it off when suddenly I ran smack into this dragon egg and wiped out. Okay, I made that up, but you can still have this egg.
Wait, so how did you get the egg then? You didn't really need to add that. Caroline! How you doing? You have bubble breath? You water dragon. But yeah, that's not it though. Let's see how good we actually are.
I think you're ready to try some one-on-one. Want to try a freestyle competition for points?
Hell yeah.
All right. Whoever scores the most points in the time limit wins.
So yeah, as you saw there, I got almost like 5,000 points just by doing that many backflips from this ramp alone, from a standstill launch. And those 3 platforms, that is a set piece that gives you a set amount of points. The big leap that we did through the tunnel, that gives us a set amount of points. So there are really easy ways on doing it without even pulling off like Nasty Nork, the Raging Ripto, or, you know, anything of the sort. So I'm just going to do this again. There we are, and that's an immediate 5,000 points. And he only got a single front flip. He's actually really good if you are a newbie at this game. I mean, that sounds kind of obvious. Like, obviously, he would know how to do the tricks more than you. But what I mean is that if you're just going for just rolls or flips on, like, in very specific places, then you may not actually get it. But the set pieces do help, but he will go for the set pieces. But if you can get the set pieces plus points, see, the triple towers, I got something. Got a double backflip there, even though I did a triple, I'm pretty sure. Didn't read it. The thing that I've said before, like when we were in Sunny Villas skate park, is that the Reignited version, probably due to momentum, base physics, has a little bit of a trouble reading, like, if you've actually completed or, you know, to confirming if you've done, like, a certain trick or not. So, what I'm going to do is do this. Oh, I didn't get enough speed to do the spin. Yeah, sometimes you get slow revolutions. I don't know how that is determined. I don't have that problem in the original, but yeah, he's starting to rack up points a little bit fast now, but that's not a problem because we come down this way, which is the big jump here. This will give us points, and he definitely does this. And I should stop doing back... Shit, I wiped out. That's not good. I think I'm past it, though. I don't think he gets any more than 4,000 points, so I'm pretty much in the clear, but I still want to get those points. What I should be doing is front flips. Like that. I'm surprised I landed there, actually. That looked a little bit janky. I lost a lot of speed. But that should not affect me here. Oh, what the hell? Whatever. I've done it anyway. But as you can see, if I did clear the leap, I would get pretty much 1,000 points, plus whatever tricks I pulled off during clearing that. But yeah, he barely got 3,000 this time. Sometimes he can mess up.
I can't believe it! How did you get so good already? Who knows? Maybe someday you'll even break my course record. Nah. Anyway, I guess I should give you this other egg I found. I was gonna keep it for a pet, but I can't get it to hatch.
The most ironic thing is... Hi, Alex. Is that, I pretty much did it on the first trick! That was the same I did in the tutorial. I forget what the course record is here. Would it tell me by pausing or whatnot? Nope. Fair enough.
You can go for the course record now if you want. Whenever you hop on a skateboard, a timer will start. Score as many points as you can until the timer expires or you wipe out. Good luck!
And this is why I told you to get the gems, because just like in the first skating course, you're now going to be timed when you're doing this. So, sadly we're not starting where we did before, but that's not really that big of a problem, because I'm just going to go do what I did before and rack up the points like crazy. Of course, the ones that you do multiple times will start halving in point values, but pretty much doing what I did before will pretty much nail it. But I'm going to do front flips this time because I already did some back flips. Oh, I didn't land right. Yeah, that's annoying. But I would nail that, and I would pretty much be in the clear to win immediately. Wow, really? I'm not landing right. Right, at least that gets my speed back a tad. I might just do backflips. I seem to have much more luck doing backflips than front flips, apparently. Because I kept doing the front flip on the big jump and I kept messing it up. Yeah, because I land a lot easier with backflips for some reason. Obviously, you can't keep doing that over and over, but I've already wasted a minute just trying to do that twice already. So yeah, I just have a lot more better doing, like, backflips than front flips. I don't know why. I'm going to go do this time. And this time I'm going to just do some revolutions. Yeah, I'm not going to go for NOS. I mean, I've got the Raging Ripto and the Gulp and the Crush. Funnily enough, I got all the others other than the Nasty Nork. Thing is, I'm not exactly good at pulling off the Nasty Nork. It's like different to a Twisted Lime or a Twisted Lemon. I mean, that was a Twisted Lime. I forget how to do the Nasty Nork, so I may not be able to actually pull that off. But I'll try it on this big ramp here. I'll just go in weird directions and see what happens. Because I've got more than enough points to pass. And I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to jump. Can I turn around and give it another go? I might be able to actually give it another go, so I don't think the timer actually kicks you out until you land. Twisted Lime, single backflip. I don't know how I went to backflips, but... Oh, I actually didn't make it! I didn't realise it was that high. That's not a problem, I'll just do it again. Cutting! That didn't give me nothing! I was all over the place there, and I got no points to show for it. What the hell? I can't do the front flips. I don't know why. Whoa, okay. Did not get the second quint on that, but I somehow saved it even though I was facing the wrong way. I was sure that the momentum was going to kill me on that one. This is actually the third try, because I was trying to go for an nasty Nork, and I just can't seem to pull it off. So I'll just do that. Get the 1,000 from the half pipe, and that's the skill point. Yeah, so I had like 2 failed goes, and this is like my 3rd attempt after the cut. But yeah, I was just trying to go for the nasty Nork, and I just can't seem to pull it off. I think I'm doing it right, but I just keep getting single backflips out of it. I like turn, but then I just get backflips. It's like... It's not twisted lime, so maybe I've got to go forward? I'll try forward. Forward diagonal. Twisted lemon. What's the other way? Oh, that's twisted lemon as well. I don't know then. I forget how you do the nasty Nork. Maybe it's... No, I didn't even get anything for that. What the heck? Seriously, I think the nasty Nork is very specific on like what you have to, how you have to move and make sure it complete. Maybe it's hard to pull off in the Reignited version because of how it doesn't read, because you got to like do like half movements or something. But anyway, I got it. Took me a little bit longer than I thought, but I got it. So that's the skill point for that. So we're pretty much done in here now. We've actually don't need to do anything else here, and we still got to do a few other things as well. So yeah, we're not done yet.